COVID-19 is unpredictable. With no end in sight yet to its second wave in India, COVID has left things for the worst. But in this chaos, researchers from India have found a way to predict what the COVID wave will look like with scary accuracy. In Delhi and Maharashtra, two of the worst hit regions in India, the predicted wave looked like this, and the actual wave was this. In the case of India, they predicted that the wave would peak in May, which it did. And now it says that there is indeed an end in sight. End of June. The question is, how does this work? All of these predictions work on mathematical models, and one of the earliest and basic models is SIR. S is the fraction of population that has not been infected yet. They are susceptible. I is the fraction that is infected. And R is the fraction that has either recovered or passed away fighting the virus. The model calls them removed. According to this, when a susceptible person comes in contact with an infected person, they will either get infected or not. If they do, the newly infected person moves to the infected group. At the same time, some infected people will either recover or die. So they move from the infected group to the removed group. While a good model to start with, it is not applicable to our current situation because A, it does not consider the asymptomatic cases, and B, it only works for a small localized group of people. So to make it more practical, we add A to it, the asymptomatic, making it the SAIR model. It assumes that initially, all infected people are asymptomatic. Now a susceptible person can only be infected if they come in contact with a person from either the asymptomatic or the infected group. It takes into account that some asymptomatic people will eventually start showing symptoms and thus move to the infected group by testing positive. This is where the model fails. It assumes that only symptomatic people get tested and hence join the infected group. But in reality, with the help of contact tracing, even the asymptomatic people are testing positive. When we look at the data we collect, we have what is called case count, those who tested positive for the disease. This includes both symptomatic and asymptomatic people who tested positive. So to make the model suit best for COVID-19, we remove A and I and introduce two new groups, U, the undetected but infected group, and T, the tested positive group. This is where the Sutra model steps in. Just stay with us, you won't get lost. Because all the tested positive are in quarantine, susceptible people are much more likely to get infected by coming in contact with undetected people. Now, due to contact tracing or by showing symptoms, some people from the undetected group will test positive, moving to the tested positive group, while the others will eventually recover. So some people from both the undetected and tested positive groups will move to the removed group. If someone catches the virus, it takes nearly a week for symptoms of COVID to show up. In this duration, when they are not showing symptoms, they are likely to infect other susceptible people. People are likely to test either when they show symptoms or if they met someone who tested positive recently. These realistic assumptions make Sutra's prediction very accurate. While we wanted to explain you this phenomenal model, we obviously left out some hardcore mathematics from this. But by feeding the actual data to these equations, we can figure out the values of these constants. Once we know them for a given wave, we can predict its peak. While simulating the model, variables like unexpected lockdowns or ever-changing strategies of testings are also accounted for, making this model super close to the ground reality. Geographical spread of the disease to new populations is also considered. This makes the model's predictions accurate, be it for a district or a country. like in the case of UK, USA, or India, and also Indian states like Delhi, Maharashtra, UP, Kerala, Karnataka, and Gujarat. The brains behind Sutra are Mathukumalli Vidyasagar, a leading control theorist and a fellow of Royal Society, Lieutenant General Madhuri Kanitkar, the Deputy Chief of Integrated Defence Staff Medical under the Chief of Defence Staff, and Manendra Agrawal, Deputy Director at IIT Kanpur and a Godel Prize recipient. In this world of chaos and unpredictability, scientists like them have come to the rescue.